Hi, I'm Danny Hunter, Victorian Chief Executive at the Urban Development Institute of Australia, bringing to you today a summary of what we know about the 2021 Victorian budget so far and what we'll be looking out for over the next week. After deciding earlier this year to delay the state budget for 2021, the Andrews government has confirmed that the Victorian budget will be delivered next week on Tuesday, 24 November. We already know that record investment in social and affordable housing will be a key feature of this budget, with $5.3 billion in funding to build more than 12,000 new homes throughout metro and regional Victoria announced this week. This initiative will support around 10,000 industry jobs per year over the next 4 years, giving us a significant economic boost and giving Victoria's building, construction and development industry a project pipeline that we can rely on. This commitment from government is a huge win for our industry and for Victoria. It's something that UDIA Victoria recommended in our pre-budget submission and an issue we've been talking closely with the government on, where we explain how current economic conditions have led to an even greater need for social and affordable housing. As part of our recommendation, we highlighted the need for government to incentivise and partner with industry to deliver meaningful, affordable housing supply. And we commend the Andrews government on listening to our calls as we enter a new era of cross-sector partnerships around social and affordable housing. We also know the budget will have a key focus on infrastructure, recognising that COVID-19 has not given us a reason to slow down. It has given us a chance to play catch up before population growth returns in Victoria and we keep on with the growth agenda that we have. The budget will include a $2.2 billion funding package to kickstart the suburban rail loop. It'll deliver 20,000 jobs during construction and give Victorians more choice about how and where they want to live. So what we know about the budget so far is really quite positive, and it will make great headway in rebooting Victoria's position as an attractive place to live, work and invest. Some of the other measures that we put to government in our pre-budget submission, and some of the areas we'll be looking closely at on budget day, include housing demand stimulus measures, including the halving of stamp duty for new residential property acquisition until December 2022. Halving stamp duty, in our view, is a win-win for government and home buyers. An initiative like this would help buyers into the market, resulting in economic activity and jobs, while also protecting government's tax revenue. Just yesterday, the New South Wales Treasurer announced a major overhaul of New South Wales stamp duty and land tax arrangements, with huge changes in store for that state. We expect the Victorian government will be watching this very closely, and a change to stamp duty and land tax arrangements here in Victoria would definitely stimulate housing transactions, but we would be looking carefully at longer term arrangements to make sure that the structure is positive overall for the urban development industry. Any changes would need to have a very well considered transition period, and UDIA Victoria would expect the opportunity to work with the Victorian government on transition arrangements if there are any big changes announced next week. We are continuing our advocacy for the Home Builder Scheme to be expanded in this state, acknowledging that Victoria's Stage 4 restrictions did not enable Victorians equal opportunity to claim the grant. A big feature of our pre-budget submission is the recommendation to establish Victoria as the homeowner state. We must recognise that Victoria's success has largely been driven by population growth in recent years. But with the second COVID wave, we lost our competitive edge against other Australian cities because we had to lock down in attracting both people and capital. To repair the Victorian economy, in our view, we must elevate our position to be an attractive place to live, work and invest. We can do that here in Victoria by targeting domestic housing demand, removing foreign purchaser surcharge and incentivising businesses to relocate to Victoria. By reforming the tax system, making housing more affordable, all these things really go into making Victoria the place to be. We're also very focused on planning reform and the need to really move on the red tape commissioners response that the government received last year to really make sure that the planning system is delivering affordable housing in an efficient and competitive way. That's why we've recommended urgent implementation of the reforms suggested through the Commissioner's review. One feature of this year's UDIA pre-budget submission is also directly in response to the pandemic. We've highlighted the importance of Melbourne CBD and Central City, which is the geographic epicentre of Victorian jobs. We're calling on the Victorian Government to invest in the immediate reopening and reactivation of our CBD and Central City. You can find out more about this bold plan to reawaken our city on our website. So these are just some of the major issues that we've put to the Victorian Government in our comprehensive pre-budget submission. You can find a copy of it on our website, and you'll see that other recommendations include stimulating urban renewal and built form development by taking a proactive approach to the development of Melbourne's key precincts. We've got to focus on fast-tracking projects and, of course, making it easier and less costly to develop new housing in our greenfield areas. We'll be looking closely at the pre-budget announcements over the next week, and we'll be in lockup, which is always an exciting day, on Budget Day. Either virtually or in person, we don't yet know, but we will be there. We will be digesting the announcements, digesting the information, and sending you what you need to know through email next Tuesday, and of course our LinkedIn sites. So make sure you're connected with us on our website to get that information on Budget Day. As always, we're there for our members. That is our priority, and that's what we'll be doing this year on Budget Day. Thanks so much.